Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Once again, this is DC Metro 3 podcast, where we cover three regions, ask three questions, and we cover three things. So I'm so excited that you tuned in. But today, it's just going to be me and you. We're calling this the Cherry Blossom Time episode. So this is all things cherry blossom. There's going to be a lot of cherry blossoms. So I just will warn you, if you have a minute, get your pencil and paper together. There will be some links in the show notes. Certain things I'll emphasize more than others. So we're covering a lot here today that's cherry blossom related. If you want to get your cherry blossom fixed, we'll have it for you and then some. So we're going to cover facts about cherry blossoms, tips, and then we're going to tell you ways to keep up to date on cherry blossom news, some special places to see the cherry blossoms, and some of these are secret places. So there you go. Some elegant places to see cherry blossoms. Some people want more of an upscale experience. We're offering you that. And lastly, we're going to tell you some great tour guides follow to keep up to speed of what's happening all around in the DC metro area. And one of them, I'll mention them later, will be in the midst of all the cherry blossoms and probably will be reporting and giving you awesome pictures from Cherry Blossom Central here in DC. First up, some interesting facts. You know, we do like threes here on the podcast, but I couldn't help myself, so we have four. But we'll give you the first three cherry blossom facts. So here is the first one that I found quite amazing. It's not actually DC that is the capital. The U.S. capital of cherry blossom. It's Macomb, Georgia, which has more than 350,000 trees, thanks to Mr. William A. Finkling Sr. So actually, it's Macomb, Georgia. Who knew? They're the U.S. cherry blossom capital, and I think that's based off of sheer numbers. Once again, I'm not a cherry blossom expert, just providing information. Here is one I found interesting, and I didn't realize this. At Bath and Body Works, the Japanese cherry blossoms fragrance is their top selling fragrance. I bought it. It does smell nice. I will admit to that. Here is something, if you are coming or in the DC area and going to go cherry blossom viewing, please don't pick or pluck any cherry blossoms. It's considered vandalism and criminal. So please don't do that, because these are national parks, etc. So as you can imagine, doing that's not, you can get a fine, you can get arrested. Please just don't do it. Another, because I'm going to, I'm an overachiever. So we have one more extra cherry blossom fact. Cherry trees have a short lifespan of only 16 to 20 years. That broke my heart. I'd hate to see a tree not have a long lifespan. So those are your three cherry blossom facts. I came up with three tips, being someone who loves DC, loves cherry blossoms, and has had a number of people here on the show. So a couple of things that I just want to give you tips. Take transit. Traffic in DC is not vehicle friendly in general. So Amtrak, the Maryland transit system, Greyhound, Megabus, do any of that. And the transit system is very good. Of course, there's construction, whatever, but the transit system is lovely in DC. So please take the transit system. That'll keep the stress off. Second, wear some comfortable shoes. Wear your sneakers. Just make sure you're comfortable. Weekdays. I would encourage you to come Monday through Friday. I've heard earlier in the week from some tour guides and whatnot, but Monday, Tuesday. I'll let you know my endeavors. I'm actually going to try and see some cherry blossoms myself early in the week, so I'll let you know how that goes. So we got three so far. One more bonus tip. And some people may appreciate this. Allergy medicine. DC is a wonderful place. It's also the worst place, I believe, or among the top worst. Please fact check me. But it's among the challenging places for allergies. So if you have sinus problems, if you have allergy, please bring your medicine. I want you to be able to enjoy the cherry blossoms up close. I mean, I guess by nature they are flowers. So I think anybody with allergy. Last tip, take your allergy medicine. So here we go. So here is two sites you want to make sure that you're keeping yourself connected to know what's going on in terms of where we are in terms of the cycle of blooming, what types of flowers are blooming. The Park Service of DC has a great website, and it's a lot of detail. So that's the nps.org/subject/cherry blossoms index. So you want to do that. You want to do the cherry blossom watch. They do the peak with a peak bloom forecast. Both of these sites, I would, bookmark those. If you just Google Park Services of DC, that'll get you that nps.gov site. And then also Cherry Blossom Watch site. That's going to keep you up to date. Here we go. Here is the location. So get your notepad ready. These are some critical locations you want to take involved. And one of them is virtual. So this should be interesting. Okay. So the George Washington University Museum and Textile Museum. That is a good place. Try to see the cherry blossoms from. I don't have a lot of information about the angles there. They also may have cherry blossoms on their physical premises. Also, here is a touring company. I'm jumping ahead a little bit. Washington Walks Tour. They have a cherry blossom tour. It's particularly. So I saw that on the website. So you want to check that out. So here's a little extra little nugget. Lean in here at the African American History Museum on the National Mall. If you go floors 2 to 4 on it, you have to go up the floor. You get a beautiful view of the cherry blossoms. It's a little less crowded. Another approach. So here we go. We're going to go through some hotels that have good locations. Omni Shoreham Hotel, Northwest DC, is also a famous location where the Beatles came. You might want to check that out. Here are some, if you're coming to visit, here are 3 other hotels that are cherry blossom friendly, and they're all wharf related. The International Continental, the Hyatt, and the Canopy. They're all at the wharf in DC, so you want to any of those 3. And here, if you're interested, one last. Here's another one. Haupt Gardens Independence Art Park. It's part of the Smithsonian, and that's HAUPT Gardens Independence Art Park, and it's in it ENID Haupt HAUPT Gardens Independence Art Park. They have a beautiful cherry blossoms that you can see there. Also, there's a virtual tour of the cherry blossoms at the Smithsonian. We'll have that link there, which is pretty interesting. There's a lot of virtual things there. The Smithsonian Gardens has some cherry blossoms. You want to look at that. So just the Smithsonian's there. Okay, so here we go. For those of you who are seeking more of an elegant upscale view to go, there's the Jefferson Hotel, the Willard Hotel, WILLARD. Then you have the Mandarin Orient, and then the Mayflower Hotel. Those are our 4 hotels for the elegant, more of an elegant upscale view. Also, I think it's good for date night if you want to do that. As I mentioned earlier, there's of course Washington Walks Tour, which is they have a cherry blossom tour. So we'll have their link in there. Here are some of our favorite tour guides, and I'm going to start with Andrea. 111 places in Washington that you must not miss. She actually will be on the ground, and I will include her Instagram during cherry blossom. The weekend's ahead between now and the 20th. She's going to be on the ground for a little bit of time amidst the cherry blossom. So keep an eye out for her and follow her on Instagram for all that. Also, that book is wonderful, and she'll be coming in an upcoming episode. 111 Places in Washington that you must not miss. Tim from Addicts and Adams, he has a lot of great tours coming up. Get out there, see all the magic, and including locals. There's something magical even for you locals. Paige, just awesome lady, bubbly energy, full of all of the awesomeness that is Washington. Curious Caravan. Please get out there as well. So once again, we got 3 tours. You got a book. I hope, and most importantly, you get out there, just enjoy yourself. Take in some of these beautiful cherry blossoms. Be safe. Please don't pluck the cherry blossoms. Please take your allergy medicine. Once again, so thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful cherry blossom season. Once again, you can always follow us on Instagram at the DC Metro 3 podcast. That's kind of where our home is. Also, we are on Facebook at DC Metro 3. We have a little TikTok and YouTube going on as well. Please, Instagram is where all the magic happens. Have a safe and wonderful cherry blossom season. I hope this is helpful to you.